Today, we're going to be talking about the interesting topic of spirit animals and how they can guide us in our life. Welcome to the Mystic Lifestyle Podcast, where we are empowering the world to embrace energetic mysteries. My name is Amber, and I'm your host. So for many of us, animals are so special to us. And for some, we're not as connected to the animals, but we can be connected to the energy that many animals bring. So what is a spirit animal? Let's go deeper into this topic. Let's start by saying that everything is energy. What I mean by that is everything is energy. I am full of atoms that have energy that create my being to exist. My table has energy, atoms, and all of those things that create it to exist as it is. So everything is energy, down to the smallest particle to the biggest being. We're all energy, which means we're all connected. So because everything is energy, we're all energy, and wisdom lies within that energy, then we can tap in to the wisdom within ourselves and within the things around us. So a spirit animal is a symbol of an energy that may guide you in your life. They may show up in an image, or they could show up in person to give you some insight. I know I've been guided by several different animals and the spirit of animals. For example, I see the image of owls. Sometimes they come to me in person also. And when I met my spirit animals the first time, they scared the bejeejee out of me. Like, I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know whether to be afraid of them or to embrace them. And that was because I knew they were calling me to more and to step into my power, but I was afraid of that power. I was afraid of what they wanted me to do. So for me, the first spirit animal that I ever met was an owl. And I met this owl in meditation. Now, owls had been a part of my life before. My grandmother loved owls. She always had owl figurines. My mom and my family, we used to go visit my grandparents, and we would do that several times in a year. And as we took that trip, we would stop at this one location every time we took this trip. And it was a little bunch of trees, and there were always owls in that bunch of trees. And I would go pick up owl pellets. So owls were always a big part of my life, but I didn't embrace them. Like, I didn't have figurines of owls. I didn't feel like an owl was a big part of my life. I just recalled those things from childhood after the owl came to me in meditation. Now, in this meditation, I was in a meadow, and along the edge of the meadow, there was a forest, a dark forest. And there were all these beady little eyes looking at me from the forest. And I knew that that forest represented the deepest parts of my soul. It represented who I was and the shadows and fears that I needed to face. And those beady little eyes were everything from my past, everything, all my fears, all the things that I needed to conquer in some way. And it scared me. I did not know how to handle that. And all of a sudden, an owl flew out of that forest and landed on my shoulder. And I looked at the owl in a way that I wasn't sure whether to be happy it came out or whether to fear it. And that owl looked at me and said, "I can see in the dark, and I will walk you through that forest and have your back so that you can face all of those fears." And in that moment, I felt so held, so supported, and so guided. And from then on, the owl kept coming to me in meditations, in real life, in dreams, and images. That owl was all around me. And it would show up at the most pertinent times, the times that I felt like I needed guidance. I would look over, and there would just be a picture of an owl, or an image of an owl, or someone would have an owl purse or an owl on their shirt. And I knew it was to guide me. So now when I see an owl, whether in person or not, I just take a moment and feel into my heart and thank that presence and say, "Where are you leading me next?" So that's a big way of how a spirit animal can lead you into your life and how it's led me in my life. Now, that is just one of my spirit animals. I have other spirit animals and other stories just like that, where it guided me to face my fears, step into my confidence, and find more self-love for myself, some self-discovery of who I am and who I want to be and how to step into that. It's been one of the most powerful things in my life. So I want to help you connect with your spirit animals if you haven't already. Or if you have, maybe you can connect with them on a deeper level or find other animals that may guide you. So here's some things that I recommend when working with the energy of spirit animals. Of course, the first thing I'm going to mention is meditation, because meditation blew my mind. It opened up my world to a whole new thing. It helped me tap into the wisdom within my soul, to that wisdom that is in the universal consciousness, the things that I would have never thought in my logical brain. It allowed me to go on journeys and explorations and adventures within my heart, not just my mind. Yes, my eyes were closed, but I was opened up to anything that wanted to present itself to me. And by doing that, I changed my life. I transformed into more of who I am today. Another thing that you can do to learn more about your spirit animals is shamanic journeying. Now, that is similar to meditation. However, you're guided by somebody who knows how to lead you into those shamanic realms. And generally there is a drum or some type of instrument that has a rhythm or a beat that keeps you in that meditative or trance-like state to hold you in the energy of what you want to do, where you want to journey. Another way you can do that is just by simply paying attention to the animals that show up in your life. Now, you may have squirrels that show up in your backyard all the time. They may have a message for you or some insight. You may have a dove that comes and sings to you every morning. That may be a message for you. Or you may see images of the same animal all the time in your life, and that is where the insight and message is coming from. Your dreams, anything that you can think of where these animals show up for you. And when that happens, you can look up the medicine of that animal. You can look up spirit animals online, or the medicine from this animal or that animal. And you may find some differing things, of course, but you'll find what you need. What you resonate with is the message that is for you. Now, I have a little book that I love and highly recommend to all of you, and that book is called Spirit Animals by Melissa Alvarez, and it looks like this. So if this is something that you are interested in, this book it's so small and handy, but it has so many different animals in it and so many different messages. I constantly go to this book when I want to look up an animal, and the message is just very concise and clear and easy to read. So if that book is something that you're interested in, the link is below and you can go check out that book. It's very affordable. It's on Amazon, and I'm sure other places. I've seen it in bookstores also, but it's super handy to have on your bookcase. Well, thank you for joining me today for the Mystic Lifestyle Podcast and diving into the topic of spirit animals. And I would love to know, do you know your spirit animal? If so, what is it? How has it guided you? Please leave me comments and let me know how this has changed your life. If you'd like more information on what we're doing to change the world, you can visit our website at www.mysticmeadowshealing.com. The link will be below. You can see what my husband and I do. We're healing practitioners, and we love transformation and really working with the soul blueprint of learning who we are and transitioning into who we want to be, to our deepest soul core self, so we can express the truest version of who we are into the world. So until next time, remember, you are enough, there is hope, and the truth lies within you.